Appreciate it. Okay, bye. So anyway, I want to do a podcast style video this morning.
Okay.
Because of some of the subscribers who like to hear Damien's voice. And
it's not that soothing.
You sound like what's that guy on Jackass? Steve-O.
Oh. Yeah. Or it sounds like he has to push so hard to get noise out.
Or Miley Cyrus.
Oh my God.
You sound like Miley Cyrus.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
So tell them what we're going to do today. Because I don't know for sure. I know it's something about trees.
What does it sound like we're gonna? What's your impression?
My impression is that
what do you picture in your head?
I picture going out there and dropping some trees. Yeah.
3 dead pine trees total.
Okay.
There's a propane tank to worry about.
Are they pondos?
Mm-hmm.
You roll up your window, the hearing aid guys will hear us better.
Volume turning up.
Because I'm proud to say that much of my audience is patient enough to be old. So that's the kind of people that listen to me.
And you envision them watching your videos, cranking a little volume knob on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they shush everyone around them when you're talking.
And then they also cut the bottom out of a cup and they go like this.
Yeah.
They say, quiet, I'm listening to August Hunneke videos.
Yeah. Or they use a funnel.
Yeah. Honey, I don't care. Just make whatever you want for dinner. I'm watching August's videos.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got a big pine tree and it does this weird little sweep towards the house and then back, but all the lean is right pretty much where we want it.
This thing is tall, but it does have enough of the right lean.
So to a homeowner, it looks kind of juicy. I think it'll come down good in a pretty much cut it in half and then fall a big stem.
Excellent. I was thinking of other stuff, but I hope they were listening.
What you were gonna have for dinner tonight?
Sorry I didn't have my funnel out, but I was watching people on the street and some of them were like
yelling,
gyrating and pointing and talking to air, and it made me think that
you're glad you're talking to a real person right now?
Yeah, actually, indeed. There's a lot to be said for being who you are. You know, be who you are. Everyone else is taken. There seems to be a lot of identity crisis in the world today. People don't know if they're a man or a woman or many other forms of identity crisis. They don't have a strong love of like their own soul, you know?
I know what I am.
They're not okay with who they are.
I know what I am.
What?
The proof's in the pants.
I don't get it.
I'm a man.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course, I believe you.
My proof is in my pants.
Yeah, so you got the bone structure.
Yeah, jawline.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not talking about that so much. That's like popular, trendy.
But yeah.
And it's even epidemic.
What's up, my dude?
Where's your diesel?
Driving the old lady's truck today.
Yeah.
Where's your lifted?
Driving the old lady's car today, buddy.
He's usually got this freaking
Saving on fuel, bro.
Oh yeah. A little bit with this.
Not much.
Yeah.
This is like 400 horse too, so.
Yeah.
6'2".
You want to race then?
It has initial lean this way, but it goes up and corkscrew screws around, and it has predominant plumb bob weight that way, which is good. And we wouldn't want to hit this oak here because that could cause unnecessary drama. But I think through there, maybe clip the edge of the oak, probably hit this madrone and send some stuff flying around. He's bringing back the mullet.
He is.
Yeah.
He's got one. He's got a proud mullet.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be working with you. I'm so thankful that I can like get up and walk around and do something. You should roll up your window for the hearing impaired.
Sorry, hearing impaired.
What?
Sorry, hearing hearing impaired.
I can't see.
He's got the funnel head.
Oh, he's got the bark enunciator. Yeah.
We wouldn't want to roll the window down. That might blow somebody's eardrum out.
Super bark engaged.
Bow wow!
Bow wow. That's so cartoon.
I know.
I like it.
I just envision like sound waves just blasting out of that thing.
Woof.
Blowing
Yeah.
people's wigs off.
Yeah, like one of those hip hop bass cars.
Mm-hmm.
Whoomp whoomp. Your hair flies forward.
Your glasses fall apart.
Oh boy.
Your hair or your hat just starts shredding, and you get dumber as your brain wiggles.
It's kind of cool though. You could enjoy music without hearing.
Isn't that how Beethoven did it or something?
Well, I think he had a long history of hearing, so he had the advantage of knowing what it used to sound like.
Maybe he just went on vibrations.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know how to read that if you didn't know what they used to sound like.
But what if the vibrations just feel good?
Maybe, but it doesn't make you a famous composer.
See him? The dead trees there?
Oh, we're there, YouTube. Podcast is over. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed just driving along, chitty chat with Damien.
Yeah, those are good times right there.
He has a sound mind.
You can follow it.
Nah,
Okay.
you deserve a little. You deserve a chance at joy.
Chance at joy.
Because that's gonna be fun.
I know.
That's a big. That's gonna be.
slam so hard.
You know, I want it, but I've also matured in my age enough to know that it's not always about me, but it might be. Let's go ahead and find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, leave it in the comment section who you think's gonna win right now. So pause it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna have joy watching this thing too.
Well, I'll let you top that.
Okay.
So we had another project that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I think
We get to send a big top off of a crusty tree, which should be exciting, and yeah, we'll let Damien do that. That'll spread the joy around, right?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Poison oak looks nice this time of year. Conchs on decayed wood.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. That's about as good as you can get.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because you were hard on this side. You couldn't have gone any further left,
Yeah,
and you couldn't have gone any further right.
yeah. Had to put you guys somewhere kind of safe. That's right where we wanted it, exactly. Had just the right kind of weight and lean and attitude to do without a wedge. If I had to cut any more wood to make it tip, I would have been putting some wedge on it. There's the stuff I was talking about. This is what I meant by stuff flying around. Send some stuff flying around. I hope he doesn't cut the stump down. It's just so nice looking.
Yeah. Gotta leave the stump up. Oh yeah.
Like when we had a bunch of pine milled, he went right through a bullet, cut it in
Yeah.
half, and it snapped his blade off.
Oh, that's good, Damien. That might work. That'll work. That'll work.
For what we needed.
From these trees around here?
Yeah, because we had a bunch of really big ones that were right where his truck is sitting.
Uh-huh.
And then there was a bunch of them that were right around the 20-inch range. So we had all that pine milled. Most of it sat for a year before he milled it, so most of it's glued all the way through it.
You get it? Nice. That's there. I'll bring the bag around.
Oh. Up close and personal, eh?
Yeah. I learned that move from the best.
Classic. Great reason to wear a hard hat. That's actually gonna leave a mark on my shoulder, which took most of the blow. So I was looking up and I was watching for things flinging around. I looked up, it looked clear, and so I looked back and something got me. So there you go. There's a good argument for getting further from the stump when it comes off. Obviously, if I was further from the stump, wouldn't have got hit that time. I'm not saying that there isn't a time to stay on the stump, but that wasn't the time. Right along the edge of the road though, that's the spot. Got a little bit of drift, huh?
Yeah, I got a little bit of drift and it was hard to...
That still works.
Yeah.
You caught the edge of the pile. It just bounced over afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's what we were looking for. You were just a teensy bit to the right, but aim small, miss small.
Yeah, and like when... Luckily, yeah, you basically just got a log on the driveway. I think that would be a quick clear.
Can you turn the camera off?
You have to talk privately.
Dude, I'm not impressed. And not good.
Ah, yay, yay.
Dang.
Unreal. Don't take much, huh?
Dude, I'm disappointed about that. That's the first one I've missed.
You didn't miss by much.
Not where I wanted to.
You missed a little bit to the right. And it might have been just... Which side did you hold wood? Kind of straight across?
Yeah, pretty straight across. Corner of that. Actually, I aimed barely left of that corner too.
So that was all drift? Like it didn't just lean the direction you were following it. It leaned...
It actually leaned uphill a little bit.
It leaned uphill a little bit. Oh, I just saw a super dead raccoon on the road.
Which confuses me a little bit because then I feel like it could have fell short. And it kind of swept and came past.
Did you ever notice how when you're missing to the right or the left, you hold your body kind of funny as it's falling? Like when you're playing Nintendo and and you start moving the controller. You can tell a guy's, like, you can look at a cutter, and even if he says he nailed the shot,
You could, yeah,
if you see him leaning his body,
He's like, more right, more right.
You know he's wishing he was getting a little bit opposite of his body lean. Just something to...
I was on my hands
Take
and knees
note of.
off to the left.
He was crawling away from the... He was crawling away from the stump. That's how much he
I
wanted
was
it to...
grabbing onto a poison oak sprig and pulling it.
Come on, buddy. Move. It was still a good shot. It still was well within your safe zone.
Yeah. I got outside that safe zone. I would really be questioning a couple things.
If you were getting outside the safe zone, I would stop losing at rock, paper, scissors. Not that I lost.
I think I know what got me. I think I know exactly what it was. It was my comment just before I walked over and did it.
Oh, you're all pridey? Oh, pride before the fall.
Which was kind of my tactic to be confident in it also.
Yeah.
But I think between that comment, I think I need to be humble.
There's a balance between humility and confidence. There's a sweet spot in there.
I looked at the homer and said, boy, I sure hope I can do it.
Oh yeah, just to make it more exciting for him. Yeah.
But then I had pure confidence.
Well, I got struck by a falling limb, so today was a bit interesting. I was watching, if you look in the video, I am watching the sky.
you are.
I am like, okay, it's clear and there's no blowback.
I think it was after you were like, I think it's clear.
Yeah.
Well, and you're probably also looking like, is that butt? How far is that butt going? How far is that butt going?
I was watching the butt,
You felt like you were clear enough.
but
of
I
debris
made
up
sure
here that
I
it
was,
more important
I
to what's
thought
there.
I made sure I was clear before I started looking at the butt coming. By the way, when we do those things that end up really, like his was close to the fence post, mine was close to the propane tank. When we do that stuff, I get a lot of comments sometimes on YouTube. People say, why don't you just, and then they put in their solution. And one of the things that they often say is, why don't you just climb it and limit and top it and chunk it out? And I think it's funny that they use the word just
Like it's so much easier.
when we just made 3 cuts and hit the ground with the entire tree.
Yeah.
It's like inappropriate use of the word
And we
just.
just missed it.
Yeah, and we missed the,
And it was just right.
yeah.
And that's just as wrong.
The thing is, though, that's kind of an argument for the gutsy moves. But if you play the devil's advocate and let me kind of make an argument for the other side, when you spend your life, like I looked at that propane tank and I was all, yeah, it's gonna be close because it's going across another log.
Yeah.
I'm all, but close is okay. So if you do that all the time, yes, it's going to be close, and you're like dealing with narrow margins all the time, then eventually you do get so close, you're hugging.
Yeah.
So still, am I gonna change? like if you know you can do something, I feel like oftentimes I feel like I must do what I know I can do, despite the opinions or the naysaying of others.
Yeah, and you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
It's that sense of accomplishment and pushing yourself a little bit.
Yeah, you can either miss it or you can't. If you know you can miss it, then how risky are you?
I mean, sure, I could
Doing
have
what you
climbed
know
up
you
that
can do.
thing and cut some branches off, climb all the way to the top of that thing, pop a little tiny top.
Still, those narrow margins get you the occasional
Pucker.
I don't think I'm going to be able to raise my left arm without assistance for a while. It's pretty whacked. It doesn't take much. Like right on top.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah. And it was like across my face shield.
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
I got put out of work for a month one time by a limb flipping back off a pine just like that. It was a bigger limb, and it was about the size of an oar, and it was heavy and wet, and it hit me across my bicep, and it broke my saw, and it like, the ground took some of the impact too. So like between the saw, the ground, and my bicep, we kind of dispersed the weight, but it wrecked my arm for a while.
Got that purple picture?
Yeah, where my arm was pretty colorful. My arm was colorful from the armpit all the way down into my fingers. I got hit so hard.
Yeah, it's gnarly. Yeah,
And that was a job where I had to stay on the stump and steer it all the way down, but I was too fixated on the path, and I wasn't fixated enough on straight up, where there was some stuff that was blowing back. And I mean, I'd have jumped out of the way if I'd have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Probably the same with that little thing today.
yeah, people make mistakes.
Or even like a nope. Kind of we're guided out, guided away.
This is how a lot of safety redundancies happen, is people say, okay, you were near the stump when it fell, therefore there's your mistake. And they say you should always be 7 miles from the stump when it tips over. You shouldn't be there watching. And if you could do that, you'd likely avoid getting struck. But you also might miss out on some steering that is sometimes, in my opinion, necessary to getting the perfect shot. And then their argument would be, well, then do it a different way. You need 7 miles from the stump when it's falling. But what I don't like with that is oh boy, how do I say this? They always chalk it up to you don't ever know what to expect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure
And
what
it's
to
like-
expect while I'm driving home right now.
Yeah, in that way it's true. But when you say, if you buy into that logic of you don't ever know what to expect, then you couldn't be a tree man, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would be way too haphazard for yourself and the customer to trust a guy who never knows what to expect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what to expect and you never know what to expect, it means that you don't have experience.
Yeah. Yep. And then you live through all the little experiences to gain expectations.
Expectations?
What you're doing. Yeah.
You just lost credibility.
Sorry. You can make an inspection with me. It's like an exception.
So you might wonder why we fell that, and it's because we got to looking at it. That last tree, Damien was going to climb that and take a big top because of the leach field and the septic and stuff. We got to looking at it and we found a spot for it, and that's why you didn't see Damien climbing today.
And how much time did it cut off of the clock?
It saved us an hour at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we got there at 10:05. Now it's 12:25. And we're almost home, so it took us.
Well, we were chit-chatting like crazy with the guy.
Yeah, so it's like, I think that's probably less than 2 hours. Are we picking her up from
For the school.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Monkey feel dum dum.